Hi, welcome to Whittle Tweaks. I'm Carrie Whittle, and this channel is about small changes you can make to the way you use a computer that will save you time. Today's episode will focus on using Canvas more efficiently, but those who use other learning management systems may also find some usefulness in watching this episode. I'll be specifically gearing this toward instructors, but some of the tweaks will be applicable to students as well. My first tip is to collapse the parts you aren't currently using. I use the modules setting for the homepage of my courses, and the default is that they're all expanded. This is fine at the beginning of the semester when what I'm accessing most is at the top, but as the semester goes on, I have to scroll further and further down to get to the current modules. I can make this faster by collapsing the modules that I don't need access to anymore, and I can always expand them again if I need to. And this also works on the assignments page. To do this, you just click on the little triangle right there and it will collapse that module. And it looks like I better log in. Let me do that and I'll be right back. Another time saver is to have only the courses you're currently using in your favorites list. By your favorites list, I mean the list of courses that comes up when you click over here on the little courses icon. You can see I have quite a few. Well, to get rid of old courses on that list, click on that courses icon on the left and scroll all the way down to all courses. Click that guy. All the courses that currently show up in that list have a filled in star next to them, and those that don't just have a star outline. So all these ones with the orange star here are in my favorites list. All these not filled in stars, those are not in my favorites list. So I can just click on the star to change whether or not they're in my favorites list. So let's say I get rid of that one and how about that one? All right, then if I go back to my courses menu, you'll see that those two courses are no longer in that list anymore. The speed grader feature in Canvas can be a great tool for saving time, but it depends on what you're grading and how. If you already graded an assignment on paper and are just inputting the grades into Canvas, it's much faster to do it in the gradebook page like I showed in episode 2. However, if it's an assignment the students submitted in Canvas, it can be considerably faster to use the speed grader. I love how, keep switching my tabs there. All right. I love how when students submit files, I can mark them up with the speed grader tools. So to grade an assignment, you would open the assignment like I had in the previous tab and then just click on speed grader. And you can see here that my first student alphabetically has submitted an assignment, and here it is. And all these different tools allow you to mark up directly on their file. So you should just try these out sometime on an assignment and see what you can do. This is especially efficient if I use the Canvas Teacher app on my iPad, because then I can use my Apple Pencil to write comments and corrections right on their files. One note that you should be aware of, though, if you use the iPad app, for some reason you can't rotate images in the iPad app. And a lot of times if students submit a photo for their assignment, it will come in not rotated right side up. And so when I have students submit images, I go through and I rotate them all to be upright on my computer using this little button right here, and then I switch to the iPad for marking them. The speed grader is also really efficient for grading assignments with a rubric. You can set up the rubric in Canvas and give students a score and comments for each part of the rubric. Then Canvas adds up those points to be the student's score, but you can change that score if you need to also. And you should try that out sometime. My last tweak for today is to set up your course so that Canvas calculates course grades for you. For this tweak, I have 4 areas I want to discuss. I'll explain these one at a time, but here are the 4 topics we'll cover as we discuss Canvas grading. Putting your assignments in groups, assigning weights to those groups if desired, dropping certain assignments if desired, and setting up late policies. All right, right, so you want to click assignments over here on the left, and you can create any assignment groups you want, like homework, quizzes, tests, discussions, class participation, project, whatever you want. You can add a group by clicking the plus group button here. Then you want to click the little button with the 3 dots here at the very top right and choose assignment groups weight from the drop-down menu, right? If you, like me, calculate grades by letting each group make up a certain percentage of the overall grade, like tests are worth 20%, homework's worth 50%, or whatever, then you want to check this little box next to the weight final grade based on assignment groups statement. If, on the other hand, you prefer to have Canvas calculate grades based solely on the number of points of each item, no matter what group it's in, then you want this checkbox unchecked. If you checked the box, then you'll need to enter in the percentages for each group. You can include groups that do not count toward the grade at all. You could just enter a 0 for the percentage for those. So for example, I give reading assignments because I want students to read certain sections of the textbook, and the assignment tells them what sections to read before each class period. But I don't grade those assignments, and so they don't count toward the overall grade, so they go into a category that I just leave the percentage as 0. All right, so you would do that here. I'm just going to cancel out of this for now. Whether you weight your grades by assignment groups or not, you can choose to have Canvas drop the lowest and or highest scores from any group. So to do that, you would click the 3 dots next to the group and then choose Edit from that drop-down menu. You can change the number of lowest and highest scores to drop what you want. So say I always want to drop the lowest score. And you can also, if there are certain assignments that you never want dropped, you can click add an assignment to the never drop list. So you would just click it and then you can choose which assignment you want. So if I never wanted homework 3 dropped, even if it was the lowest, I could click that. All right, and then click Save. You can even set up late policies like automatically applying a deduction to late submissions. So to do that, you want to go over here to Grades to get to the grade book. My internet is being slow. And then you click this little settings icon here that looks kind of like a gear. And it pulls up this tab with late policies in it. So like I said, you can automatically apply a deduction to late submissions, or you can have it automatically apply a grade for missing submissions. Once you've set this all up for a course, you're good to go. Canvas will automatically calculate students' overall grades, updating grades for each student when you submit grades. Having all of this set up also allows the students to use the what if feature to see how possible future grades will affect their overall grade. Thanks for watching this episode of Whittle Tweaks. I hope you learned something in this slightly longer episode today that will save you time while using Canvas. If you have any tips for fast Canvas use that I didn't include, please leave them in the comments. Keep practicing and you'll get faster, one tweak at a time.